Hello everyone. I just did the 9-day fast, out of which 3 days without any food and drinking just water. During the whole process, many of you asked me why I do this. So this will be the first question to answer. There are actually two responses that are the right ones. So one is for strengthening your character, which is why I actually did this. And the second is to cleanse your body. So your body regenerates, and actually you get younger, your skin gets different, and actually all your body functions improve. There are many scientific studies behind it, and all of them confirm that fasting is actually good for your body. But I did it for another reason, which is like the first reason, and that's strengthening the character. Actually proving it to yourself that you can do it is different from actually saying you can do it. Theory is one thing and practice is another. So it is quite different to actually put yourself to the test and fast for 9 days, and it's not really easy. It's tough, it's very difficult, you will have many obstacles to overcome, but it is worth it. Would I do it again? I don't think I'd do it anytime soon, but there are many people in the world, actually, I found, that do this kind of regime every year at least once. So how did I actually decide to do it? I've been playing with the idea for more than 2 years maybe. So ever since I heard there are people out there who fast for 9-10 days, and they normally do it as part of a martial arts practice, and I was playing with the idea of starting doing it myself. And what I did was doing a lot of different 1-day or 2-day fasts. And in July this year, now we are in September, in July I actually did 2.5 days of fast, just like that, and it was good, but I actually wanted to do it the right way. It was not really the best way to do it. So I talked to my good friend, Ralph Raimondi, who is a master of Taekwondo, and he actually sent me his plan, his diet plan, and the plan actually envisages eliminating half a meal every day until you actually get to zero portions, and then you go 3 days without any food, just drinking water, no coffee, nothing, just pure water, and then you recover slowly 2-3 days, and then you're back to normal. So I didn't actually start doing it the right way. I eliminated one entire meal on the first day, then 2 meals on the second day. I actually ate in the evening, and I ate a lot, and that was a big mistake. And so on the third day, I actually wanted to start with my 3-day diet, no food diet, and I talked to Ralph, and he said, well man, you can do it that way, but it's really hardcore, so maybe you want to allow time for your stomach to contract and actually eat half a meal today and half a meal tomorrow. So this is what I did. That day I ate half a meal. I felt hungry all day long. I walked a lot just to forget about the hunger, and that half meal actually brought me back to life. I ate around 5 p.m. or something. And then I realized how little things like half a meal can actually change your day. They mean a lot. So the day after that, I ate another half meal around 3 or 4 p.m. Then went training and everything. Oh yeah, by the way, you should be training and doing all the things that you normally do every single day, and not actually just lie on the bed or avoid doing any physical exercise. You should be actually working out regularly. So after these 4 days, it was starting to get it to be more interesting. Things were developing. So on the 5th day was practically the first day of the 3-day no food fast, and it was actually getting a bit difficult. I did not feel much hunger, but actually I started feeling some kind of current in my muscles, in my legs. It was like some tingling, and that's normal because the body was already consuming fat and muscle, and that was the day when I actually started taking a bit of magnesium. Just many people ask me, are you taking any minerals or vitamins? I wanted to avoid all that, but actually I did take magnesium during those 3 days of the no food fast, and it did help me. I didn't feel any kind of those tingling in my legs after that. And one of the major obstacles during the entire time was actually the taste in my mouth. It was kind of not bad, but you just wanted to feel some taste, something different. So you start thinking about things and you start appreciating things a lot more, some things that you were taking for granted. And I was thinking, man, if I could just have a little bit of some sweet stuff or anything, I would be really happy. I mean, just to feel something different, because it'll get that bad, and then your senses kind of sharpen. And my sense of smell actually was so sharp that it was really irritating. Whenever you walk, you go out in town, you walk, and then there are all those beautiful perfumes, and you think, oh, all this is happening right now, but probably it's always been there, I just didn't realize, because I never felt so hungry, or I never had the need to eat. And so, yeah, perfumes were the worst thing, probably. I could see the food and not feel tempted. Actually, I wasn't tempted at all during this time, but it was the smell that was the biggest problem. Another problem was actually doing all this in a normal setting of other people doing their normal stuff, and nobody is actually accompanying you on the journey except for the people who are supporting you from a distance, and that support means a lot. And that support, actually, I filmed pieces of the process, and I published it as stories on the Instagram. And there were many people who actually encouraged me in just like normal class, or like things like words of encouragement, like, man, I adore you, you're great, doing a great job, or just simple, why are you doing it, or asking me questions if I was alright, etc. That was a big encouragement. So yeah, of course there were others who tried to sabotage you, maybe not because they wanted to, but there are always people who will try to say, oh, go ahead and eat something, man, you don't need this shit, I mean, why are you doing this to yourself? So the best thing you can do, if you care about those people, if they're close people who are close to you, like your mom, like your best friends or something, you should just say, listen, don't do this, it's already tough, it's very difficult for me. If you're gonna continue telling me, to stop it and stuff, I don't want to talk to you, and so please don't. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, shut you off, and they will probably understand. But there are other people who are not so close to you. My recommendation is just to, shun them. Don't even pay attention, don't even respond. You just have to focus and concentrate and just keep going. So yeah, that was like the 5th day. The 6th day, yeah, I felt a bit of hunger. I wasn't really hungry, but I I felt a little bit of hunger. So it was the second day, and yeah, let me just, yeah, this was a big one. On the second day, the night before, I dreamed actually of having interrupted my diet by going to a supermarket and trying some kinds of cheese and different cheeses or something, and yeah, I felt so bad in my dream, and it felt so real that I was very disappointed in myself. And when I woke up during the night and realized it was only a dream, it took me a while to actually accept the fact, because it was so real, and then it was a relief, really. And yeah, the day after that was like the third day of the fast, and it was really like, yeah, I made it. It was maybe the easiest of all days, because I knew by the end of the day I'd be actually eating something. So I tried to not think too much about it, and yeah, by around 5 o'clock I ate my first 2 little jars of baby food, which was some fruit, mixed fruit or mashed fruit. And unfortunately, right after I ate the first jar, I had to run to the toilet, go back, eat the second one, run to the toilet, and that's what happens. That's normal. I guess it's normal. I mean, that was my case. And then after about an hour, I had some kind of a vegetable smoothie, a vegetable soup. It was a smoothie, actually. That was really good because it was hot and it was great. And it was rich, very rich in vitamins and minerals and everything. But yeah, I had to run to the toilet again. And it was not until 8 or 9 p.m. that night when I ate 2 bread crusts that I felt better. So after that, I felt great, didn't feel any hunger. I was really successful. It was, a successfully accomplished goal. So the next day, which was the 8th day, I felt excellent. In the morning, I didn't feel any hunger. I felt great. There was a big smile on my face, and yeah, I started eating a little bit of things, of this and that and this and that, and the whole day was like filled with me eating something here and something there. I felt like a pig, but I really didn't eat that much. When I put it down on paper, it was really nothing, but it was just a feeling. And I totally recovered from the entire process. And yeah, when I weighed myself, I lost 3 kilos, and that's like 6.5 pounds. And yeah, I didn't want to, but that's just part of the process, and it happens. So that's about it. The 9th day was really easy. I got back to normal completely, so no problems at all. And yeah, another important thing when you're doing this, when you're pushing yourself to the limit, I mean, it's not just about physically enduring the process or psychologically enduring the whole process and the difficulties. You actually should use this opportunity to study yourself and to study your reactions, your emotions, and why certain emotions emerge, and try to find the reasons behind them. So what I did every time I got angry or irritated, I would write down the reasons, and I would go, I would focus on the emotion and try to break it up and analyze it and understand why I was feeling like that. And I realized that after the first day, when I saw actually that I was getting a bit more irritable, I was controlling myself better than ever, I think. And yeah, I felt at peace with myself, and I analyzed myself a lot. and it was a good exercise. I can't say I've reached that stage in my life when I'm not irritated by anything, or that I'm, that I can accept things. I'm still human, but I'm working on it. It's a good drill, and maybe with time and with a conscious approach to analyzing yourself in difficult and stressful situations, when you're not in your comfort zone, that's when you actually start growing and maybe understanding yourself better. So that's probably one of the best things I got from this drill, from this experience. Another one is the one I shared on Instagram earlier today, and it was while I was actually on these 3 days of no food diet. I was thinking, yeah, it would be great to, if I could just have one piece of a sweet cake or something, I would choose a small one, but the best one. So when you think about it, making fewer decisions, but better ones in life in general, that's probably a better idea than making a lot of different decisions, most of which might be wrong. And that's probably one of the key takes from this exercise as well, that we should choose the food we eat consciously, and we should actually eat less but better quality food and live our lives accordingly. So if you have any questions, just drop me a message and I'll make sure I answer anything and give you all the support you need. In the comments, I will actually include the diet plan that I followed, and yeah, all the resources that I think might be useful for you. So good luck if you want to follow this diet, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.